Hello. How are you all? Happy Easter. My name is Chris Farah. Welcome to 90 Day Fiance. Before the 90 days. It's season 4. It's episode 8, I think, maybe. I forgot what I put in this chat. I might have put 7. I'll look it up and find out. It's the one that just aired tonight, Easter Eve. The eve of Easter. I have some flowers here. I also did drag makeup for you all. Isn't that fun? Hi there, my name is Chris Farah. Welcome to my channel where tonight we're doing an old-fashioned live. So what I'm going to do is talk about this episode like an initial first reaction. We can get out all of our qualms, all of our business, and then I will do an edited recap that I'll film tomorrow. Hello, Lindsay's here. You guys, I hope you had such a happy Passover, happy Easter. If you believe in those things, if you're Orthodox, honey, it's your Palm Sunday, God bless whatever you believe. But one thing we all believe in is that these people are crazy and we have to talk about it. Oh my God. Did you get a goat for Easter? Did anyone get a goat? I mean, she played for that goat. That's a very expensive goat, I feel like. She also picked the fattest one, If she didn't want to pay that price, why wasn't she like, oh, okay, just give me one of them skinny ones. How much is a skinny one? Honey, I wouldn't let anyone charge you white. Okay, so I mean, obviously I'm already talking about Usman and Lisa, so we probably should just get into that. And we will. Just, if you haven't yet, please like this video. Just join in, turn on that switch, like it, thumbs it up, so that we can, get some peeps in this house, talking about the things we need to talk about. I'm so happy you guys are here. I tried to go a little hour earlier for people, so if you're on the West Coast, you're still watching. I end up watching the East Coast feed on my computer, which I didn't realize I could do. And so I caught the last half and then rewatched the first half and put it all together. So that's the page I'm on. Join in when you can. I love you guys so much. I'm going to go through this. I hope to see some of your comments. If you want to send me a super chat, God bless, you can. I won't stop you. That'd be really nice. However, feel free, to just take this for free and talk to me, because your presence is present, just like Kanye. We're all little Kanyes in my life. So, and this show is Taylor Swift, honey. We are going to put it down. So Usman and Lisa. So, honey, they are leaving the chalet suite in the morn, and honey, Lisa has a very big Michael Kors bag. It's black. It's fancy. It's nice. It's I think it's kind of a play on this Balenciaga big tote you can buy, but it looks very fancy leather, And she gets in a car. It's the car, they have 2 taxis this episode. The taxi to the goat market and the taxi away from the goat market. And they're very different taxis, and for good reason, because one doesn't have a goat in it. And that's this fancy Range Rover. And then the car they take from the goat place transfers a lot of animals all the time. But even that car has never seen a Lisa. Okay, so they arrived at this goat farm, as I said, in a fancy Range Rover. And this is also, there's an overreaching theme of this episode, which is inappropriate footwear for where you are going to go. Yeah, maybe they just weren't quite aware of what was going to befall them. But for instance, they're wearing slides to a goat farm. There's goats everywhere. You know what I'm saying? I love you guys. So as I said, they're looking for goats, honey. It kind of reminds me of looking for a Christmas tree. You want a certain size and you want a certain price, and there's a lot of skinny goats, And Lisa's I don't want to give them a skinny goat, And he's well, they're going to eat. They're eating now and they're just going to fatten up. And she's This goat has to not only deliver fat, but also a promise. And the promise is, I will be a good wife and to say yes to our marriage, and I won't treat you like a slave. The show's words, not mine. We're going to get into it. So she finds her fat goat, honey, and it's been eaten. I don't know like how it's been getting more food than others. I don't know if it's just like a greedy goat, or if it has like a thyroid problem, but the goat's big. How old the goat is, like whatnot, we don't know. So, and yeah, the guy comes over and is like, and she's like, I'll get this one. How much is this one? And he's like $140 or 120 or 140. And the way the guy's looking at her is just like, oh, 140, and she feels it right off the bat. She's like, if I was like from around here, that goat would have been 90. And here's the thing, she doesn't want to pay the price. And I don't know why she also doesn't try to bargain a little bit. Like, I'll give you $100. I'll give you $100. But she doesn't. She just complains to Usman, who then says, I won't let someone sell you the price of white. What is the price of white? I mean, as Usman's finding out, it's being bossed around all the time and not being able to like have a music career or fans. That's his price of white. I'm going to go to, I would say that. I can't say today, it's Easter. So they get the goat, right? And the goat gets in the back of this, what looks like a Taurus or like a Taurus station wagon that's like been through it. I mean, there's like this car's been through a tornado. And the goat is like not happy to be in that car. Knows what's going to happen. It's not good. The goat was just eating fine, as we know, with his friends. And now the goat's in a Taurus and the goat is pissed. I don't know why. I love being in a Ford Taurus. One time in college, not one time, this whole time in college, I had this roommate. I had her junior year, and she had a Taurus, and she always used to describe it as like the clitoris. She'd be like, let's give him the clitoris. And I'd be like, okay, all right, Marie, let's get in your clitoris. Ha 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 ha. So it was a different clitoris situation, but we were wild animals. In junior year at Loyola Marymount University, where I lived on campus because my dad wouldn't let me live off campus like all the other cool kids whose parents just let them do whatever they wanted. My dad didn't trust me. Also, it was way cheaper. He decided to go that route. But it ended up being great because I ended up being like my only friend with Marie that lived on campus, since everyone would just come hang out at my house all the time. But I did have to share a room. It's a lot about me. Okay, so Usman and Lisa are, getting ready to go to the mom's house. And as we know from our only other white person Nigerian man situation, the infamous Michael and Angela, we've seen Angela have to get dressed up according to custom to see his parents. It's a sign of respect or whatever, and the same goes here. So Lisa has to get a traditional garb. And she's saying, lamenting, as we know, lamenting Lisa, I really need your mom to know I'm not going to treat you like a slave, like how she worries about that. I won't treat you like a slave in America, not do my hair. Do my hair, Usman. You know that she's going to be like, Usman, do my nails. Usman, get down there and rub my feet. Come on. Come on. I saw what you did, 90 Day Producers. I picked up on it. I really gave you dry makeup. I keep like getting a glimpse of this like glittery eyelid and being like, I don't have pants on. So, okay. So then they get to the mom's house, honey, and it's salam alaikum, like it's peace be on this house. They have this fat ass goat. The mom like rolls out the rug for them, like instead of a red carpet, it's a green carpet, but it was appreciated. And then all of the adults sit down and all of the kids are like in the house, but looking out the like window, looking out the doors, just like, who's that? Who's that crazy ass lady? And he goes around, it's like his mom, his elder sister, like his little sister, then like one of the sister's husbands, we don't know which one. Later on, a brother comes. So the mom feels one way and the sister feels one way. They're in agreement. And there's like one like little son just sitting there, so cute. I'm like, how did that son get to go sit with his mom? Like, how come the other ones have to be in the house? I want to see a parade of these kids. I love me some kids, and I like miss my nieces and nephews so much. We zoomed today so I could see them, but still, like, it's not enough. Like, give me all the kids. Okay, so I really, and this has been talked about specifically, like Usman's sexuality has been discussed. There's something about him that's like a little femme, right? A little effeminate. And at first, when the brother wasn't there yet, I was like, maybe it's just like he was just raised by a woman. But then he does have some brothers, and we see like he's going to talk to his brother later on. There's just something about him that's totally fine. But then I was like playing into like, is that a whole other thing? Like, yes, he sleeps in, the same bed with men. And yes, in some sort of Instagram live, he referred to himself as being bisexual, but then later said he wasn't gay. And was that just a lost in translation of what bisexual means? Or is he like a little on the DL and he can't like quite come out with that information to his mom? So he really tried to be like, I'm going to marry this old white lady. Anyway, those were some thoughts. So the sister's there, right? And the sister's like, she's 50 years old. We brought in this like old biddy, like she old, like. And then we get to Usman's absolutely bananas translating skills. Someone asks, how is America? To Lisa. And then Usman's like, they asked, what do you do? And Lisa's like, I'm a hospice caregiver for the elderly last stage of people being sick. And that gets translated to, she's a doctor. Now, very important work what Lisa does. Very important. Just like differently categorized than a doctor. Dr. Lisa. Oh, you guys said that too. Just, she's a doctor? I know it's a fancy Michael Kors bag, but it's not Givenchy. Doctor? Honey. That woman? I love you guys so much. Then the brother comes and they like cut to the chase, like what she's here for. And it's like, she wants to marry me and have me go to America. First of all, low-key, they already knew that, right? Like, why did they think that he brought this woman? Like, what's your mission here, Lisa? And Lisa's like, I like gifting goats to families on my doctor missionary work. Like, like what, obviously they had to know that like, there's something a bit, like, what's Lisa's mission here? She's a record producer and she's going to make me a star. Like that can't be it either. I mean, like Lisa, God bless her, does not look like a record producer, nor does she look like a doctor. Like neither one of those things is what Lisa is. But by the way, if you haven't yet thumbed up this video, I love you so much. I really appreciate you. If I mentioned that, I just love you all so much. Thumbs, 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 thumbs it up. It's what Jesus would want. He talks to me all the time. He's like, I love it when the people that subscribe to you, or I love it when the people that watch you subscribe to you and thumbs up your video. And I was like, thank you, Jesus. Like Melissa Gorga, like, thank you, Jesus. So just wanted to Moses some like direct communication for you guys. So straight up, the mom is like, no, you're not moving to America. No, absolutely not. The sister's like, no, honey, your life here with us, showering in buckets, putting white towels on your head, honey, releasing albums. You're not going anywhere. No. And they get up and leave, because the conversation is done. Because, honey, when the women have spoken, they have spoken. And the queens have spoken with her elder princess, honey. They leave, case closed. There's nothing to be done. They're not gonna stay around for no meal. There's no meal to be had. He's not gonna like hang out with his nieces and nephews. He's not gonna play or anything or nothing. They don't even roll up the carpet, honey. They just leave. Leave. That's the word for leave. Okay. Let's move on. But last thoughts about them is like, yeah, Lisa didn't even get to like plead her case. And I wonder if Lisa had been more warm looking or more like flowery in her language, or not that they speak her language, or like tried to dote on him in some way, if maybe the mom and the sister would have been like more into it. But I think first of all, she's a horrible liar because now we know like she's not a doctor, she's not a record producer, she's not an actress. And like, yeah, she didn't try at all to even be like, Lisa's presence in this whole scenario in Nigeria is, I don't have to impress anyone. Everyone should get down on their knee for me. Like, I know she brought them a goat, but like there was, and like, maybe she gave like the mom, like, you have a beautiful place, but like there is no like, nice to meet you, doting looks to Usman, like touching his, maybe not like touching him, but just being at least like demure in some way. I mean, I'm not saying you have to be submissive, but if you think that the mom is going to say no because she feels like you're going to make someone their slave, like you think that you would just like be a little like, I'm so appreciative of you having me here. Please accept this goat. Here are some flowers. Why, what a beautiful sheep dress you have on. Look at these cute kids. Aren't they cute? Here's some candy, kids. I'm sweet. But like, no, that none of that happens, you know? Lisa was just like, I'm a hospice worker. Last face many people see before they die is this one. Which, by the way, her work is so important. I'm just saying. I'm sure she's very good at her job because you have to be a little no nonsense. You know, she's changing bedpans and things, and I'm really thankful for it. That is what I'm just saying that's the truth, is that she might be the last face a lot of people see when they die. Her personality, her grace is the last graces that some people get. So, okay. Lisa's like, we might not be able to get married now. Because Lino, he was all like, we don't need my parents' approval. Like, that's not a thing. Like, come to Nigeria, all is well, all's chill. Like, if they give it, great. But if not, I'm still getting married. And then that was like a little bit turned on its like butt, where it was like, just kidding. We totally need their approval. That's how things work here in Nigeria. So, anyway. David and Lana. Now, David and Lana's storyline, much like Tom and Darcy's and much like Yolanda and Williams, is like, what storyline? But here we are. David's now in Lana's hometown, honey. He's ventured here. He like drove the distance, and it was supposedly a scary drive. Looked kind of nice. He did have some car trouble, but like, you know, who doesn't? I'm surprised he can like drive, you know, like he can't read any signs, you know, but he really can't read signs. Like, I'm talking about the signs that are probably in Ukrainian on the roads, nor like the signs in his life, like how this woman has gotten $100,000 from him without giving out her email or phone, or how she stood him up many times. He doesn't read. He can't read. This man is illiterate. So how he's walking around and getting places, you know, is beside me. So he wants to make it very clear that he doesn't want to scare her by just showing up at her door. So instead, he'd like to just bump into her in her town. Like, if it was just like, what? Oh, I didn't think I'd see you, and you know, like that, not, you know. I just happened to take a tour bus here right by the war border. And look, there you are in this candy shop. Honey, he wants to take her to the candy shop. one lick of what he's got, which is a van and a unicycle. She's got him spending all he's got, you know. So he goes to the candy shop, honey, and just like a Law and Order episode, he's like, "Have you seen this woman?" And this girl's like, "This is my girlfriend. Have you seen this woman?" And this woman's my girlfriend. And that girl's like, "A lot," because it's like, if I knew a girl and then a man who I've never seen before, who she's never talked about, came up to me and was like, blah, 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 and he showed like a person I know. Do you know where she is? And even if she had just left the shop, I'd be like, no, I've never seen that person. Mm-mm. Because that's like girl code. Honey, that is girl code. You're just like, no, I don't know who that person is. You know, but she did seem like she didn't know, which was weird. Also, it is weird that like Lana's favorite place is a candy shop. She doesn't look like she eats a lot of candy. She looks like she's like kind of on top of those things a little bit. I mean, I'll tell you right now, all I do is eat candy, especially in this quarantine, honey. It's candy day in, day out. I like have gone through so many bags of jelly beans. I overall like fruit snacks, so it's just been eating a lot. Yeah, this girl is like, I don't know her. Honey, she doesn't know her like Mariah doesn't know J-Lo. I don't know her. She knows her. You'd think that at that point he would like try and butter her up by buying some yums, but no. He's just like, I know what I gotta do. I gotta go to an internet cafe and check to see if she's online again. So he does. He goes to the internet cafe. She's not online, but lo and behold, she's messaged him. And the message is, do you still want to take a picture together for the visa? Not like, oh my love, I'm so sorry I got sick, or how are you? And thanks for making the trek here, or I can't wait to unicycle with you in America. I am so sorry I missed you at the station. Like none of that. Instead, do you still want to take a picture for this visa? And he's like, oh, yes, yes. He can't read, honey. He cannot read. No, those are all like hieroglyphics that he's just like, you know, I mean, like, there is nothing between the lines, honey. Nothing for him. Sorry, I don't have coronavirus. I just have like allergies because it's a wet cough. It's how I know. I don't know what to tell. You know, I don't know what to say. He's just the dumb. I mean, you know, at this point, it's like he and Yolanda maybe can be together. Maybe him and Yolanda can work it out. Or maybe Yolanda and Caesar. You know? Maybe Yolanda could have her pick. David or Caesar. Who do you think Yolanda would pick? I think David. If she had to. Like, obviously, I think she'd pick neither one because we know her like, her taste, and her taste is like wildly out of her league, you know. I mean, I'm just saying, I don't mean to be mean, but like Williams is out of my league. I mean, have you seen that person? He's an Italian bodybuilder in real life. Like, have you watched my cast controversies video? We know who he is. It's not that person. That person's an Italian bodybuilder. I wouldn't even go for him. I know that person wouldn't go for me. I'm just saying, Yolanda, it's like, let's bring it back down to earth, honey. Like, that balloon's almost going away. We got to grab the balloon and just like tug it down, you know, like, and she's not the only one. Like, Lana's out of David's league, and that's why she's not going to be with him ever. I mean, at least Yolanda didn't give Williams money, but maybe the currency that she gave him were those private pictures. Do you think she's just like busting it open for him? Is it like a little nip? Is it just like bikini pictures? Is it like, what is the private pictures? I so care, and I wish I can see him. Okay. Even if they were blurred out, just I want to know her like how Yolanda like rolls. By the way, there's like no Yolanda and Williams in this episode, so that's, we can't have them all, and that's the one that was left out. Okay, Ed and Rosemarie. This is the craziest couple this whole season. I mean, like, we knew it'd be, like, because, like, TLC definitely led with a lot of, like, Ed antics and, like, Ed promos or whatever, but, like, Ed is bananas nanas. Ah, peek. Okay, so Ed is, at Rosemarie's family's compound. And they just had a nice dinner. The dad's there. The dad left the piggy farm, is going to stay with them because it's raining. So it's raining now. Hot rain, hot rain. So the dad also low key wants to be like, I got to keep my eye out on you. That's my daughter. Look at her. She's a living doll. So Ed also like has become the person that just asks every asinine, obvious question. He's like, "It's really raining," and then Rosemarie's like, "Yeah, it's rainy season," and he's like, "Oh, okay." Okay. So the dad is like threatening to sleep with them. They make up their bed, and then the dad's like, "No, I'm gonna go sleep in this room." And they're like, "Oh, thank God." They go into her room. Her room, as we've seen, because that's how we like saw her. Like she woke up with Prince. Is like a little humble, and she sleeps on like a mattress pad. And here's the thing: Ed has atopic dermatitis, aka eczema. That's what it is. It's eczema. I have eczema. I have eczema a lot right now because I'm washing my hands a lot. I'm trying to show you. I use like a cortisone cream. You see, like that's a little eczema. I was having it a lot on my fingers. That's where I usually get it, but sometimes I get it in my arms. Okay, so I'm just saying I know what atopic dermatitis is. Okay. He's like, I can only sleep on 1,000-count thread sheets, which I mailed to her. But guess what? Like everything else didn't come. So the next best thing is Hello Kitty sheets. There's different cultures in this world, and yeah, just like Rosemarie's young, right? She young. Even though she has a son, she young. Even though she's seen a lot, she's young. Her bedroom, the room in which she sleeps, is filled with toys, like little girls' things, and because she's young, like there's Hello Kitty sheets, like I said, there's like various figurines, and I also understand there's like somewhat of like a little girl quality to some Asian cultures, I think, with females. Like older females will like hang on to what we in Western cultures like kind of feel like maybe is more like juvenile styles of toys and decor. So that was just interesting. I was pointing it out, like here's the other thing is that didn't he bring his own sheets for the hotel? I thought we knew about the sheets. I thought he brought the sheets for the hotel. Which if he brought the sheets for the hotel, then doesn't he have the sheets with him? Did he store like some of his stuff at a different place? Okay. So another one of like Ed's dumbass questions is that like it's raining, right? Like that's a thing. And then thunder strikes and he's like, "Is that thunder?" No, it's bombs. And it's a bomb that went off. You're under attack, but he feels like he is under attack. So I can see maybe how that could have and I'm not even done yet with like the crazy ass questions that he decides to like ask. Oh, Mickey's here. Boop. Jesse's here. Beep, 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 beep. Okay. Just then and there, like And I feel like the producers did this because I feel like now my favorite thing to do is just like watch like life just get worse and worse for this man. Is that the power goes off. You know that's the producer being like, you know. And then the fan, all he had to keep him cool just grinds to a halt. It's so sad and perfect. I mean, it's good. I was just like, oh my God, how are you gonna deal, honey? And he deals by just not sleeping. Can't sleep, won't sleep. In the morning, he puts the pillow like on the wall. He's bathed in sweat. He says that the rain fell through and hit him on the mattress. I mean, this does sound horrible. I mean, it does sound just unlivable. I mean, I do feel bad because I'm a very light sleeper and I'm like comfort driven as a person. I couldn't do it. I wouldn't have even tried. The minute I saw it, I'd have been like, oh, I'm so sorry. I love you so much. And if you hate me for the rest of your life, I totally get it. But I cannot. I'll get sick. I would get sick. That's the other thing. Like traveling like that, like not sleeping for a night, I would have just like woken up like on death's door, you know? So I do feel bad for him in that. But I mean, he's just so out of touch with what he has gotten himself into. It's just, he has no idea of his privilege. I think that I would have just been a little more prepared. I don't know what to tell you. I just wouldn't have, honey. By the way, on my private Facebook group, Vanity Fair, which if you search Vanity Fair on Facebook and answer a question, so I know you're not a crazy person, me and my moms will let you in. My friend paid for a Ed cameo. That's up on that wall, and he's in a bunny outfit talking about eggs. I mean, if I don't get like immediately 500 new members to that Vanity Fair group, like you're crazy. You have to see it. Okay. And people are like, how much did it cost? And that answer is also revealed. Actually, I don't know if it is. I'll put it up there. So, he is covered in mosquito bites, honey. He's like not naked and afraid, but like clothed and horrified. And he's just like, I can't sleep like this. I cannot do it. I just, please, dear God, like get me out of here. Like, get me out of here. You know, it's like that celebrity show that's in the UK, whatever. Like, he's like, I got to take you on a vacation. I want to take you on a vacation, which I can't wait to see what the vacation is. And like, is that cool? I'll ask your dad. I feel bad because you like have a kid, you know, and never once were they like, bring the kid. Just, you couldn't bring Prince? No. Why? Because he can't wait to just like be in 1,000-count thread sheets and try and like massage them feetsies again. If I was Rosemarie, I'd be like, I'll go with you, but I'm bringing the kid because the kid, honey, can just like act as a buffer. You know, that kid can just sleep in the same bed. We've seen that happen, you know, just like in between them. They can all share a full size, you know. So he has to ask the dad if it's cool. So he has to start buttering up to the dad. He also like, you know, sweated all night. So they decide to take a shower. And just like the dad wants to sleep in the same household as them, the dad also is like, shower with me. And that's the thing that we all do, you know, like we're all okay with our lives and our bodies. And we're just going to shower together, honey. It's gets in the shower, which is Rosemarie just hosing him down like you did kids when it's hot outside. He acts like the water is freezing cold, which I don't understand how it would be because it seems like it's really, really hot outside. But let's just say the water is freezing cold. Wouldn't you love it? You've been like complaining about how hot it is all the time. But he's just like acting like the water is like gunfire. He's like, ooh, ooh, you know, he's just like, she's like, ugh. I mean, the dad's doing his thing. When she's hosing him down, she is laughing. So, I mean, I'm glad that she's like gleaning some pleasure from this whole experience, you know, that someone's happy, you know, and she deserves it, you know. So At one point, he drops the soap. The dad gets the soap for him. Then, honey, this is the second time now that he's seen a chicken. The first time was at dinner, right? And the second time now, he sees chickens are there, and he's like, "Is that a chicken?" Yes. Yes, it's a chicken. Yes, it's a chicken. Guess what? Looks just like chickens in America. That's a chicken. That's the second time you've asked that. What do you think it is? Do you think they are spies? Are they American spies taking like video of you? Yeah, of course it's a chicken. You think it's a dinosaur? I don't understand what you think it is. I don't understand why he has to keep asking what a chicken is. I don't get it. What's wrong with you? This is not even the last stupid asinine question he asks in this episode. That's just one of the many. But the second time he asked that, and we all know what a chicken is. Like, isn't a chicken's one of the farm animals? It's like old MacDonald had a farm. You teach like a 2-year-old, and you choose like, what's the chicken? Point to the chicken, and the little baby's like, what sound does a chicken make? Bok, bok. Everyone knows what a chicken is. It's not even that weird ass, like this whole coronavirus is like comes from a bat and some other goddamn weird scaly anteater that I can't remember how to say. It's like a panda, da da da, or whatever. I'm just saying a chicken is like the most basic animal. I ate chicken tonight, and I'm sorry if you're vegan, but like who doesn't? It's like chicken, dog, cow, fish. There's like basic cat, bird. Like there's like those are horse. Like everyone knows those animals. I'm just like, I don't know why I'm silly. It like drives me crazy. Also, like every time he like asks Rosemarie a question, it's just like, no wonder why Rosemarie's dating a woman now. She must be like, I'm done. I had a kid by a dude. This other dude like fucked me over and now is married. Then I got this American dude and that's who he is. She's like, I'm done. I'm cool. I'm dating a woman now. It's an art for me. Whew. So, oh, do you know that she's dating a woman? That is totally true. And again, I like talk about my cast controversies video. So, honey, he gets out of the shower and he goes to put on his like flip-flops. And guess what? There's another animal. And he's like, what's that? It's a rat. Very obviously a rat. She's like, it's a mouse. He's like, you mean a rat? Well, you know what it is? Why do you keep asking them questions? Like, I don't know. Does he ask her like because he's like just surprised still by living conditions? Does he expect her to be like, oh my God, it's a rat, get rid of it, like that's what he does. Like if there was a chair that he could physically get on, he can't actually like step on that kind of furniture, but if there was a chair he would have got on it and been like, but like he can't. So then they go to the piggy farm, honey. And he just like, just reverts to a full child. In this like bus to the piggy farm, he's like, are we there yet? How are you? What's happening? I mean, it's just like, it's like a little kid in the back seat, like, can you put on a Disney movie and shut that one up? Is there some headphones for this one? My God. He also like gets off the like public transpo and just like has a backpack on. Anyway, I'm just surprised that no one in his life was like, you're a juvenile adolescent. How does he like, he's just so interesting. It's not like his physicalness is like one part of the interesting, but like his maturity level and like thought process is a whole other. And I just keep going back to the fact that like some woman married you and bore you a child and you had the audacity to cheat on her. You cheated on a woman who took you home to her bed and made you a baby, a normal looking baby, because his daughter's normal looking, and you cheated on her within like, what, 2 or 3 years? I mean, I don't know. Someone just said, "Are these eyes? What is that? Oh, it's the lights. It's reflection of lights." That would be scary. It looks like like an evil monster is like over my shoulder. Is it Ed? Just like I'm gonna block it. Okay. Okay. So he's in this pig farm. He knew he was going to a pig farm, honey. He wore shoes that are not pig friendly, mud friendly, so he puts plastic bags on his feet to save his beloved sneakers, which by the way, they showed up the sneakers and they're like not great sneakers. They're not like, he's not wearing like LVs. You know what I'm saying? They're like broke down Nikes. Like, I don't understand who cares if they get muddy? You could like shower them off and lay them out to dry when you get back in your hotel. Like, is it just one pair of shoes you bought? Like, so many questions. But she's wearing flip flops. I don't understand how anything works. So go to the piggy farm. He's like trying to talk with his dad, the dad like trying to butter him up. And then like, they're like, well, so where does the dad live? And the dad's like, there. It's just like a room right by the piggy farm. And he's like, cool, yeah, it's great. And he has decided to like help the dad like feed the animals, but he is slipping and sliding everywhere in this mud, honey, and he like almost falls and kills himself. He's like, it is like, well, I can't even believe it. It's like kind of like it is like a comedy. Like, it's just like taking someone, this crazy ass character, and making things go worse and worse for them. It's kind of like a little bit like The Comeback, that Lisa Kudrow show, where you're just like, and it gets worse and worse, and you're just like, I mean, it's bananas. The producers must have watched this like, like so happy. So yeah, he's just like, yeah, tell your dad I'm having a lot of fun. And she's like, he's having a lot of fun. But he gets the okay for them to go on a vacation, so all of it's worth it. Again, that cameo is sitting in my Facebook group, you guys. Okay, so Stephanie and Erica. They are so fake. They are so boring. I don't like them. Is anyone in this room, this is what I want to know. Does anyone in this room, A, subscribe to Stephanie's YouTube channel, or B, happen to have known her YouTube personality before the show? I just find her so not funny, so not charming, and so not interesting in like an evolved way enough that like, what is her draw? Wah said it like really well. I don't want to like say this if like Wah would be like, I don't know, but like Wah was kind of like, she's just like a boring ass basic white girl who like is like, I'm real, so I talk about things and I burp. I don't get her. She's just is, she's just horrible. Like, what a distaste I have in my mouth for her. She's kind of always victim-y, and like, I think that she thinks she's like better than she is in the sense, and also, and it's not that she's better in the sense, she's just like she seems very narcissistic and just like it's all her or nothing, like has no capabilities of like empathizing with someone else or like hearing them. But also I feel like everything's fake. So, and you can like, first of all, their couple picture now was like taken at the reserve, like where Erica is like sexy Steve Irwin or whatever. And like, they couldn't be more upset in this couple picture, like couple pictures for like, every time the segment goes to them is usually like one of two things. Like, it's either like, we're trying to get over some stuff, or like, it's like, we're in love. But theirs is just like, it feels like they're both like in separate places and they glued this picture together, honey. So they go out. So it's like, whatever, like, they like drive to where Erica's from or some BS. And then like they go out with like Erica's friend that looks like Kara, the that bottle. And Stephanie doesn't want to go out with them because Stephanie just wants to like be with Erica, even though she doesn't want to touch her or hold her hand or anything intimate, like kiss, nothing. Like not even. I guess they did kiss, but like I don't know, they stopped kissing, and I don't understand why you wouldn't hold someone's hand, like unless you're in a Muslim country, honey, and it's against your religion, which I understand totally, but that's not what's happening here. Okay. They go out with a friend, and like Stephanie's like, first of all, Stephanie's dumb for going to the bathroom. Like in that situation, she has to know they're going to talk shit about her. And the way that she went to the bathroom was so like, okay, I'm going to go to the bathroom now. Just goes. This is why I think everything's fake. Also, I like low key and like, does Stephanie think Erica has cooties? Like, why won't she touch her anymore? Is it because of her like health condition? I like want a reason why. I feel bad for Erica. Could you imagine like quote unquote being in a relationship with someone you haven't met, but like talking to them all the time, and then like they see you and it's like, yeah, I mean you take things slow, but like you're not even like giving any sort of affection. And then they just keep telling you all the things wrong with you. Like how you can't have some stupid app on your phone, or like how they don't like your booby date. Like I'm just saying, like, all she gets is a bunch of like negativity from her and like no positivity. And now it's like, I don't even want to go with your friends. Like, ugh, allow me some pleasure in life. Allow me some fun. Like, what the hell? And then then they go back and Erica has this conversation where she's like crying and being like, yeah, I just like don't know how you feel. You send me mixed messages. And like Stephanie just like turns it into like her being the victim. Ugh, I hate Stephanie. She's the worst. She really is. Just not into her. So Avery and Ash, Ash took Avery to like a, vacation within a vacation. And the vacation within the vacation is like to another fancy part of Australia. And they're like doing touristy things, honey. They're like on an alligator watch. They're staying at a hotel. And I love the fact that like Avery knows that Ash doesn't drink. Like we've talked about this. Like it was like a thing at dinner with their brother. Like I guess, like Avery's like, smokes all of the weed all the time. But like she goes to a dinner again with Ash and her brother. She knows Ash doesn't drink. She wants to like make some sort of impression on Ash's brother who doesn't drink. And she's like, no, I'm going to have something to drink. First of all, like, don't have a drink. Don't have to have a drink. I'm not saying lie. If Ash's brother was like, do you drink? She could easily be like, yeah, I socially drink. Sometimes I have a glass of wine at night. But like, if your whatever lover doesn't drink, nor his brother, you're meeting with the brother for the first time, why would you just not just be like, okay, I'm cool. I'm gonna Arnold Palmer. That's one thing. But then, honey, they're on this alligator watch thing. She's drinking a beer, pale ale. And, Ash is like, okay with it. He's like, I'll protect you from this alligator, but can I protect you from alcoholism? I'm not quite sure. But then, honey, they go to like the hotel. They're staying at the hotel. And you see, she has a whole bottle of wine. There's one glass. But to her credit, we've never seen her drunk yet. It's just interesting I pick up on these things. What do you guys think? Okay, so that's like all, she's just like, she likes having hard alcohol and she likes giving him the hard questions. Okay. Oh my God. Did I talk about Tom and Darcy yet? No. Oh, I somehow skipped them. I'm going to save them for last. Okay, so Vanya and Jeffrey. So they're back at Vanya's, yeah, that's her name, Vanya's parents' house. And just like, I love like they have, because it's like not the best, like you do what you got to do, but there's not, did I bring water over here? No, I wish I had. Allergies. You can hear that wet cough. Ugh. So, like Siberia there has to be beautiful parts of Siberia, right? I mean, I have a friend from Siberia. Like, there's got to be like more beautiful parts. Like, it's just this part, like this was like working town, maybe. There's gotta be like nature reserves or whatever. It is always great. But like some like, the American or like a Western or like no, I guess American version of Siberia is like Siberia, like in the sense of out there and no world. No one no one no one lives there, it seems. Like the Sahara Desert, except not in the Middle East or Africa, but instead, I'm not quite sure where the Sahara Desert is. Is that obvious now? Um, Happy Arab American Heritage Month. I am this. Okay, but my whole point is there's not so much a view outside of their window, so they have a wallpaper view. It's like the cityscape of a different city. It's just so you can kind of like have a view without having a view. I thought it was genius. So here's the deal. Jeffrey made such a big to-do, right? Of Vanya like talking to some dude on WhatsApp/Instagram. But the truth of the matter is, he has his past that he has not told her. And that's why he made such a big to-do about it. Even though she's like, you didn't want to ever talk about your past or whatever. But like, she's like about to find out. And he has to tell her because he's decided to go on like a camping trip with his friend that lives out here. And the mom is like sad because the mom's like, you're here. I'd love to spend as much time with you as possible since you might be, I don't know, going away forever to America. But he's like, cool. Just spend like one day with your mom. Not even like a whole day. Like, we'll have this one meal. I'll wake up. We'll say goodbye. And we're going to like peace out of here. Show me around this town. And I'm going to go on a camping trip with my friend and you. Okay. But he comes clean about the drug past. And he's like, yo, I was in the slammer for years is what he says. And then he's like 2 years. And I feel like it was hard. I made some bad decisions. And Vanya is like pissed because Vanya's cousin had a drug problem and died and sort of like blames the drug dealing peeps for like bringing her cousin in and says that like her aunt was like just devastated or whatever. And she's like, did you ever think about the families you were ruining? And he hadn't. He's a narcissistic person. He only thought about his family that he ruined because his older kids like had to come see their dad in jail. And also low key, if you watch my Cast Controversies video, his like ex-wife said that like he used to use his children in the drug meetings, not drug meetings, the drug trade. They were mules. But he doesn't tell her that. Oh, hi. Thank you for that super chat. Oh, what is this? It's like a hippo that's looks like he's playing air guitar. And he's like it looks like a hippo that's playing air guitar that's going like, what? Strum, what? Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I love that in Phi 1215, who you come a lot. I love you. Looks like you are already wearing a face mask, like face mask bandana. You were on top of this COVID thing real early on, and you're an icon. Thank you for that super chat. I really appreciate it. Happy Easter, happy Passover, happy end of your weekend, Sunday night. So he's like, well, I needed to tell you this. I wanted to tell you this before things got too intense. And Vanya's like, too intense? You've already met my mom. You met all my friends. You're here. You met my mom. You told me to stop dating or even talking to any other men. And now you're like, I wanted to tell you this before. Things are already deep. What the hell are you talking about? So Vanya has some thinking to do. I feel like Jeffrey should come clean with all of his problems to her. This is the time. He makes it seem like it was just the drug offenses years and years ago, not like the pending lawsuits and domestic violence and restraining orders and custody fights he has currently happening. So, that's all there. That's all happening. And now, and also I love the fact that Vanya's like, if I had known that I wouldn't have talked to you. And he's just like, if you would have known his past, which is just like going to jail years ago, you should know his present, honey. He's a present. Okay, so Darcy and Tom. What a crazy ass meeting they had. They dragged this out for. Darcy is in her room crying, in her hotel room, since she brought her luggage. And there's a lot of questions. And I love the fact that she had to give us the reason why she had brought her luggage before the meeting. Being like, if this is not going to go well, I got to go back to a hotel room and like chill out. Here are some truths about Darcy we should know. A, the producers were like, we'll give you a free room. You're filming out here. That's one thing. B, because they want to try and like have any sort of opportunity to get footage. So I would go to Vegas right now and put a $5 million bet that Tom is going to end up in that hotel. Right? Right. They're setting it up perfectly anyway. This can't be the end. This can't be the only encounter for a whole season, right? One little coffee date? I mean, that can't be. So, honey, she's taken off all the makeup. She's cried it all off. She's laying in a hotel robe with her like tattooed eyebrows. I mean, microblading's a thing. I'm sure you know. We're all on Instagram. And so I just want to like let you guys, I'm sure you do know, but if you have a friend that wants to get microbladed, you absolutely have to ombre the front. Like this part should be lighter. I have makeup on right now. Can you tell? So, but like, it is just so dark. And like, also looks like they didn't try and like do little hairs, which is what you try and do with microblade. Like, they don't just like doot, doot, and then like color it all in. It's supposed to look like hairs. I don't have microbladed eyebrows, by the way, but I do have a lot. Haven't plugged in a long time, and I have makeup on them. But like, hers are so intense. It's a hard thing when you've done a bunch of like work like that, because then it's like you look crazy all the time. Like, her lips are so over the top. And that without makeup, she looks bananas. With makeup, she looks bananas. But without makeup, she looks bananas. I mean, like, you have to wear makeup now at this point, because it's like you can't have like a thick ass eyebrow and then plumped up lips that have everything be like no color, nothing, like. Also, it's just so weird because Darcy obviously is so vain and so into like looking good, but like so often she like makes every choice possible to look horrible. I have been lamenting this since the first time we saw Darcy, and I just do not understand why this woman pays for like hardcore manicure, for her extensions that never look good, for microbladed eyebrows that like don't look good at all, like for all of those fillers and all that Botox that looks horrible. And she obviously like loves a eyelash, and yet, honey, she won't ever get eyelash extensions. It has to be, this is my only theory, is that she gets all of this for free from people. And so she just will take anything that comes her way. Anything. Because inevitably, I think that Darcy's poor and cheap. And it's both of those things. And that's why there's pictures of her and Stacy shopping at like thrift hand stores, which you can look it up. That's why she takes like bargain basement lip injections, because she's poor, and or by poor, I mean, okay, how do I say this? I feel like she's in debt. Poor is like subjective. What I'm trying to tell you is I think that she's doesn't have money, doesn't have a steady income. I think that she gets money from the show and things, but I think that she doesn't have a steady income. I think that she has debt, and that's why her and Stacey live together, and that's why she'll take anything for free cosmetically, but she can't upkeep anything. So it's like even the hair extensions, I think that someone's like, well, here's some used extensions. I'll sew this into you every 5 months, and that's what she like gets. And she's like, okay. I think like someone's first microblading customer was her, and she's like, well, put out a shout on Instagram and I'll give this for free. I think that I do know for a fact that she's gotten free Botox and fillers like from some doctor because like her and Stacey agreed to do a YouTube video about it. All of this is like my only theory on why like all of her cosmetic choices are like horrible style, horrible choices. She has absolutely no taste and she'll take anything for free. Which is why in my bones, I know that she didn't pay or just decide to stay in a hotel room. She wouldn't just like, you know how expensive a hotel room is in New York? It's laughable. It's disgusting. There is like, you can get a hotel room in Vegas for like $99 goddamn dollars easily. Hotel rooms in New York are like $450 for 3 stars. They're so expensive, especially anywhere in Manhattan. They are so expensive. There's no way she's going to pay for that. So like, sorry, the producers are paying for her to stay. If the producers are paying for her to stay, they're going to get their footage out. Okay, so then we cut to Tom. Tom just walking in, decides to call someone for advice. And he calls and we're like, is he calling his like new woman? You know, but like, no, he's calling his old woman. His sister, honey. We couldn't go a whole season without her. And there she is with her big eyes and her crazy ass teeth and her like Cockney accent. Oi, Tom. Meanwhile, Tom like tries to pretend he's so dapper and like, hello, sister. You know, and she's like, Tom. I love it. You know, I will say this about Tom, because Tom just seems like so like hoity-toity and thinks so highly of himself. He could be like, that's not my sister. I'll never have her on. But, you know, he does have her on, you know. They somehow have a relationship. That is like the big question. That was just like, or do you think that he's paying her to be your sister? I mean, I don't know. I'd love to deep dive because they don't look alike at all. They don't talk alike. They just seem like they're from different parts of the UK. Okay, so so the sister is like, how is everything? You know, and he's like, not good. I just had my meeting with Darcy. And then Tom, who like in his confessionals is admitting to the fact that he didn't like the way that he came off and the things that he said to Darcy on the phone with his sister, doesn't say any of it. Could you imagine if he was like, says I was an asshole and I called Darcy fat? Sister would have been like, what? You know, but like, no, he's just like, typical Darcy, you know, like, it's really, really hard, you know, like to talk to her, you know how she is. And, you know, she confronted me about the woman I'm seeing. And so I told her, what's up, you know, and like, just didn't want to actually be like, I was a complete asshole. Yes, she's crazy. We know that she's crazy. You met her. Darcy was Darcy and I was a rabid beast. There is no, by the way, I have no side in this fight. If I do have a side, it's Darcy. Okay, let me explain this. I like Darcy's entertainment value on this show. So I'll talk shit about the way she looks. I think that she makes horrible choices in that way, but like, I think Darcy is needy and sensitive and just like, also can't read signs that well. But at the same time, I hate Tom. Do I hate Darcy? No. No, I don't hate Darcy. I think she's ridiculous. I don't hate her. I felt nothing for Tom until this meeting when he was like so like, try not to ruin your next relationship. But then he like called her fat. I mean, I can't. That's like the line, like that is I think for a lot of women, not just like calling, but remarking on a woman's looks to a woman is where I draw the line. Period. The end. You do not talk about a woman's looks to her. Just like in Love is Blind, when Carlton was like, fix your wig, I was like, oh, you can die. I'll just cut you off. You're dead. You're dead. Like none of you make sense. I don't like you. Like that's where you're gross. Yes, I've had issues with weight. I talk about it. So like, yeah, no, you just don't do it. Like, it's as crude or as distasteful as like a woman just, like if Darcy was just like, oh, next time you have a girlfriend, try and please her with your small ass dick. Oh yeah, your disgusting troll dick. Try and please. It's like the same amount of like vulgarity and just like, can't do it. Now listen, as much as people make up fun of Darcy, she handled that situation in that moment really, really well. She did exactly what you should do, which is be like, what? No, say it again. I want you to say it again. Which he didn't do, right? He didn't. He just was like, with his no fucking chin. And then she left. I mean, like, she's not handled things well before. She cries or whatever, but she actually did it right. 2 things she did I love. I love her being like, oh, I'll get the check and I'll pay for this one. I know I just got done saying she's cheap. So I said that, but she handled this perfectly. Give me the check. I'll pay for this cheap ass asshole, make you look dumb and make you feel dumb in that moment. And you're going to call me fat? I'm going to make you say it again. What? You're on camera. I can't wait. Sometimes Darcy surprises you. Now, I'd love her to surprise me with some like dissolved lip fillers and again, eyelash extensions, like I've said 1 billion times, and like a new weave that makes sense. But like I can't ask for everything. And neither should we, People are going to give us what they can give us. I can't wait for next week. I just can't. In the scenes for next week, I just do not want to have a conversation with Yolanda and her one daughter she likes better than all the rest, like looks like her, that has that stupid thing where she's going to be like, can you believe what this guy said? I'm doing this on English accent. I try to do Yolanda's accent. I cannot do it. It's like, whatever it is. I can't believe we have to sit through a conversation with her and someone else about Williams not being real. Just to have them be like, yeah, he's not real. And Yolanda being like, well, I still believe him. I just like, this is asinine. I think that the only way that I will forgive the producers for this shit show of a couple is if they turn around and expose Yolanda for having known it was a catfish the whole time. Which, by the way, happened on Catfish, the like Neve show. Remember? They've obviously done a lot of episodes. But they have exposed in the moment people trying to like fake for the camera, which I loved. Also was really real and made them feel shitty because they have them, in contract, they have to like be on contract, and be on camera. So just like, I almost want to be like, and now we know, Yolanda, that you're faking it. And you have Yolanda be like, what? And then be like, you said we could film you. You know what's happening. Because then if they did that, if they confronted Yolanda with having known the truth that Williams was a catfish before they signed up, which I feel like she did, because I cannot imagine this woman is that dumb, then I feel like it would deter people from trying to do the same thing in next seasons to come. Because when this ish is fake, it's the worst, right? Stephanie and Erica are the worst. Yolanda and Williams is like, I'm just over it. Okay, so yeah, now I want to talk to you guys. Oh, Yolanda's storyline could have been completed in less than 5 minutes. It's crazy to drag. Absolutely. Absolutely. Caesar's storyline was a better one. I don't mind it dragging out. Yolanda's is just no. I agree. I agree. You and them bracelets. I forget they're even there. Yeah, they're jingly jangly. No one is that stupid with a nice place. Ah, yeah, Sheila. I mean, like she's raised like 17 kids. So I'm just like, were you the dumbest mom ever? Were these kids just running around you? Like, no, like you like know when people are lying and you have like all those sons and daughters, they're just like, yeah, mom, I'm gonna go to so-and-so's house to study. And she's like, no, you're not. No, you're not. And just refused to believe. Oh, you know what? You're gonna hate me. I'm gonna go grab this water right now. But I think I'm gonna still be in view. Oh, I'm not. I said that I'm not wearing pants. Just that I'm wearing like a weird little dress. It's like a weird little dress. Oh my God, honey, she needed the water. Ooh, scary eyes. Rosemarie and Ed, they're the same height. Yeah, I'm happy Rosemarie's just dating a woman, engaged to a woman now, honey. I'm at my dad's place. Yes, I am quarantining at my dad's house, and it's just like this crazy ass Victorian home. So weird. Catfish Elder Edition. Oh. TLC is insulting our intelligence with these catfishes. Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. Oh, Brian, you're saying such lovely things. I really appreciate it. Where did you find this out about Rosemarie? Oh, it's like she posts. Okay, so first of all, I talked about it in the Cash Controversies video. So if you want to see the girlfriend, I fully posted that. I made an edited version, so watch that after this. But it was on Facebook. Rosemarie posted it on Facebook. It's like a ring shot and like her and this person. At first, I was like, the person. I'm going to say person because I don't quite know how they would like to identify in their gender. Because I'm not, and truly, I had to do some deep dive because I didn't know for sure what their gender was. So how they would like to be called. And the truth is, I still don't know. But so, but that. Why is Ed on every show acting like he's still with Rosemarie? I think that, okay, this is what's confusing too. I think that the American, maybe she doesn't care or maybe like she doesn't get paid. It's very confusing because some people are not allowed to give their relationship status, and yet she did post that. I don't know the answer. That is a weird question. No, Belinda, that Rosemarie is dating, not an American. What did you eat for Easter dinner? Ooh, Tara. Okay, so I've been cooking a lot. So in the morning, I made stuff for a brunch, and then my dad made stuff for dinner. So in the morning, I made a frittata with green onion, yellow pepper, cheddar cheese. There's something else, I think. Tomato. And then the eggs. And I made a frittata, so I made it like, I whipped the eggs with some sour cream, and it was really fluffy. And then I made turkey bacon on the side and like a root hash brown. And then a berry crumble, like a mixed berry crumble. And then my dad made Lebanese chicken and rice, like a chicken and rice pilaf. So it's like white rice with like vermicelli noodles not crunched in, cooked. And there's like spices, like there'll be like cinnamon, salt, pepper, butter. And then he puts like nuts in it and like dried fruit and chicken. I hit the chicken. It was so good. By the way, I'm not someone on Instagram that usually posts food stuff, like when I go to restaurants or stuff, but like my Instagram for quarantine is just like different. And since I've been cooking, I like posting all of my food on Instagram. What's a frittata? What's a frittata? Frittata is like a quiche, except no pastry bottom. So it's like an egg dish. You just like, so if you had like a skillet, you just like, you saute all your vegetables and then you whip the eggs with like some dairy. People do like use like milk or whatever. I told you to use sour cream, which I enjoy. And then you put it over, pour it in the pan. So it's like an omelet, but instead of like flipping it, you just like, it cooks and then you kind of like either put a top on it. But then my dad said the secret is to put some water on so the egg puffs up, or after putting it on the skillet, you can put it into an oven and have it bake. But you can't overcook the eggs or it's gross. You sang us a pretty song on your stripy shirt. It was so nice. Thank you. I tried. I like singing. My granny used to make that Lebanese chicken and rice. Oh, yeah. It's like Riz bin Dijab or something like that. I'm not an egg person, but it sounds great with sour cream. Yeah. Yeah. It's weird. Like I've gone back and forth with eggs. Like I've swung that egg pendulum before. Look how big my forehead is. I had to just like move the monitor because this whole time it's been like cutting off half my forehead. What kind of vegetables do you put in the chicken and rice? Onions. Definitely onions are in it. I think it was only onions. And maybe I think that sometimes he puts garbanzo beans, but he didn't put garbanzo beans in it. But he put like dried fruit, like almost like trail mix, like some peanuts and cranberries and raisins. Yeah, it's more like a rice pilaf. So there's not a lot of veggies. Oh my gosh, another super chat. You do too much for me. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Red thumbs up. Thumbs it up. Thumbs it up. Thumbs it up. Thumbs it up. I love garbanzo beans. You know that hummus, the word hummus in Arabic just means garbanzo beans? So like the hummus that we all know, the dip is really hummus tahini. How do you super chat? I think that in some countries you can, or some places you can't, but it's like where you see underneath says say something and there's like a face, like an emoji, and there's a money sign. So if you have that money sign, you can be. Again, you don't have to. Must be a Lebanese thing for a big forehead because I have a big forehead just the side of my family. Is it? I don't really know. Actually, my cousin Monique doesn't have a big forehead, but Rihanna does. I'm so happy I got this water. Happy Easter, beautiful lady. Thank you for keeping us laughing here in Wasalia. You're making being quarantined bearable. Thank you. Oh, I appreciate that. That's so nice. Yeah, okay, to be honest, like talking to you guys really feels good and really feels normal. And like I've been feeling bad to say this, but I have not in my circle of friends been touched by this coronavirus. I can't believe it. Knock on whatever, it hasn't happened yet. And so because of that, I've only just been sort of enjoying this time. I really miss seeing my friends and my family. And today was hard because I'm like obsessed with my nieces and nephews. And like, I feel like they're growing up so fast right now. And so it makes me sad that like, I don't see them. And I like, this is so crazy, but I like dream about Soul Cycle classes. I miss them so much. But besides that, I'm really enjoying spending time with my dad and having just like domestic bliss life of just like cooking and not having a lot to do. But then I go through things where I like will then like manically try and get things out for like my career or whatever. Or I'm like, I want to take meetings and Zoom meetings and stuff like that. Happy Easter Day, sweetie. May God bless you today. You are so funny, never change. You need your own TV show. God bless you, beautiful. Thank you. Believe me, I'm trying to get my own TV show. I really would like it. Whenever you do a live chat, I feel like we're a bunch of friends just hanging out. Thank you for being such a cool person, Chris. Thank you. Thank you for being here. I miss you and Wa doing reviews together. You both are so funny. I miss Wa so much. I miss her so much. We FaceTime almost every night. I miss Soul Cycle too. I dreamt about it. I had a weird dream about Soul Cycle where we got to go to a class, but we couldn't ride bikes. So we had to like sit on it. This is so bananas, but like sit on a chair and just do that with our legs. And then I dreamt that I logged onto the app, which is how you sign up for classes, and that like certain secret studios had classes, and I was trying to like go through the app and like find out like where the secret studio like in Manhattan Beach was. Teresa, Lindsay J, I never miss any of her videos. She's so funny and down to earth. Thank you. Is this what people think of Stephanie, that she's funny and down to earth? I'm still like obsessing over like, how does she have, does she do lives? I mean, is she fun? She does not seem fun on this show. How did you meet Wa? Wa and I auditioned for this crazy ass play when we were like right out of college. Maybe Wa was still in college and I was like right after a production of For Color Girls Who've Considered Suicide When the Rainbow's Enough. It's like an Ntozake Shange play. It was a horrible production. Really mean ass director. It was really bad. But we met in like the auditions, and then then we both got cast. So we both like came into rehearsals and we were like, oh, I remember you from the auditions, and we were just like friends ever since. And then we went through this war together of being in this horrible production. I don't know, just like, that was a long time ago. We've been friends for a long ass time. Or, I'm old. My Botox is wearing off. I love the fact that like people are gonna see the real people. Like, I mean, like, you can see old videos of me, that I have dyed my hair. That I used to weigh 200 and blah blah blue pounds. I don't like hide these things from you guys. So it's not that hard for me. I'm like, whatever. But like, yeah, like I'm just gonna like slowly have my natural hair. Would it be possible to talk you into doing a live cooking video? I'd love to try a Lebanese dish. Totally. I feel like I can easily make tabbouleh. I think that tabbouleh would be a good one. Plus, I'm hoping that some people know tabbouleh. I can make hummus again. Should we just start with like hummus and tabbouleh? The Lebanese dishes that I like making, besides hummus and tabbouleh, are there's a Lebanese dish called imjabra that's vegetarian. It's so good. It's rice and lentils and onions. I love making imjabra is like a comfort food, so that's really fun and easy to make. Something that I haven't made before, but I used to watch other people make and maybe like try doing is like grape leaves. Like the Greek grape leaves, the vegetarian ones, the cold ones, the dolmas that you might have had. There's a Lebanese version that's hot, has meat in it. And they're called two words, either yabada or waraish. I've actually never made them before. So as I've already said, so like that'd be like kind of hard. The hard is rolling it. Like I think it's just like rice and meat. And then you like have to have a grape leaf and roll it. Sort of like a blunt, but I don't know how to roll a blunt either. By sort of like a blunt, probably like not a blunt, but I do know that on Amazon they have grape leaf rolling devices. Like where you're just like almost like a credit card machine where you're like Sweet green Tammy. I miss it. Tammy, my sweet green soul cycle. No. What a simple life I used to have. My healthy routines. Oh my God, Tammy. It's all I miss. Making like a Hollywood bowl or something. Anything with feta, I'm there. Oh, I love feta. Yeah. Feta, like, it'd be fun to make like a feta There's something called gibita, which is like tomato and feta, like thyme or different spices, and maybe like a cheese fataya. Kibbe is so good. Yeah, Kibbe was good. It's just that I'll be honest, it was so hard. It took so long to make, like it took me so long to make it. I think the next time I make kibbe, I'm gonna make it into there's different ways to make it. Like obviously I try to make those footballs. You can make it like flat and bake it in a pan, which I think is what I would do next. Was here! Wow! Dee, 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 dee. Yeah, the episode was great. Oh my God. Yeah, I mean, overall, this episode was really, really good. I enjoyed it because it was like Yolanda less, and obviously the last episode with Tom and Darcy was so great too. We just had to like digest it in this episode. And it was actually good to see Tom like know that he was an asshole and was like really out of line. But the fact that he didn't tell his sister what he said, like that was BS. Your makeup is great. Thank you. I just keep like, this is what I'll be like. I'll be like, oh, let's put a little makeup on, do a live, and let's be like, do my eyeshadow. I'll be like, it's never really a good time to use this sparkle. And I just like, I'm just like wearing drag makeup. But I'm like using parts of my like Huda Beauty palettes that I just haven't used before. Blunts and kibbe, is that a good combo? Not a bad one. A little hashwi and Lebanese hashish. Hashwi and hashish. Why, I just told Chris that I missed you two doing reviews together. Happy Easter. Oh yeah, she did. People have been talking about you all. People love you all. Oh, Lucy's here. Hey. The pipe and the crepe. Even Top Sister knows he's full of crap. I mean, he must have pulled a hot one. He didn't want to tell his sister that he called Darcy fat. His sister would be like you were not nearly 2 months ago. Whatever. I don't know. Yeah, kibbe you can use ground lamb, is traditional ground lamb, but I like ground beef instead. Erica is into men and women. She's kind of left that out before. Yes, well, both are. Yes, Black Wolf. They were like, oh yeah, when Erica was like, I've hooked up with my friends before. 100% I thought that friend was going to be a girl, but ended up being Adam. Adam looks like he has no idea what's to come for. Happy Easter. By the way, Wad, does this not look like a set of eyes behind me? Like about to come kill me? Tom's sister is like Eliza Doolittle before the redo. Absolutely. And that is the exact voice I want to give her. Chris, I saw you on Chelsea lately years ago and never put 2 and 2 together. You beautiful Lebanese beauty. You make me pee my pants no matter what I see you in. Thank you. I appreciate you. I loved doing that. I really like being on TV. You know how easy it is to do those kind of shows? I mean, I'm just telling you, like, to be an actor is a nightmare. Like, the process is like you have to memorize a script and like do it so well to audition. And good callbacks, bobbity blue, all that. And then you have to show up on set, hit a mark, say something, get directed, say something, get directed, say something, get directed. Memorize, whatever you're doing. And then for those like any kind of like panel talking head shows like Chelsea Lately or whatever, all you do is like, I mean, whatever, I guess it's like relative work, but like you get your topics and you just like talk about them. You don't have to you memorize the like so far the jokes, but isn't like everything has to be so regimented and like say it perfectly, talk it perfectly, say it, like you just get to like talk and enjoy your life. I saw someone on YouTube call Erica Snow Cone Head. Oh, because of her crazy ass rainbow hair? Skittle hair. Bree's thoughts. What episode were you on Chelsea Lately? I was on a couple of episodes the last season. last season. Yeah, I get the feeling Stephanie is all about how she looks and not at all about how she is. Absolutely. She is. She's just like, and I think Stephanie's pretty, but I wouldn't like write home about her. You know what I'm saying? We've also seen like beautiful women on the show before, like that I think are a little cuter, like Fernanda. Remember Fernanda? I mean, that girl was pretty. Mm. But remember the guy? Oh God, what is her name? From like season one. The really sweet model that was like married to that tall guy. She was from like South America. Wasn't she gorgeous? Oh my God, you guys. I can't remember. That season was like 40 years ago. Oh, but you know that young ass, pretty ass model. She wasn't a model. She just like, oh, and she like didn't speak a lick of English. Oh my God. I just don't know how she's overly sexual online and then in person makes Erica feel bad for having wrong expectations. I know. Wow, yeah, Lisa is a doctor. Doctor Baby Girl. Excuse me, Dr. Baby Girl. We have a red code in this room. She comes in. Can someone else fix her? I don't want to fix her. Oh my God. Did Erica get any work done? Oh, absolutely. Her lips. She definitely has fake lips. Yeah. I don't think she's got a lot of work done. She has like crazy ass lashes, but then, yeah, you can tell that she's gotten some lips done, honey. Yeah. I like kippy with minced eggplant. You? I don't like eggplant. Oh. I don't like eggplant. I don't like the texture. I'm mostly on Erica's side, but I don't like when she goes all teenage whatever mode. I got done saying how, yeah, because Erica's aesthetic is not for me. It's a little juvenile, right? It's a little like like it's like what are you trying to hide from? Like what are you trying to distract us from? Also, this is like a little insane. Like when someone does all of the colors like that, like head to toe, it's just like overwhelming. I feel like if I was to hang out with her in real life, she'd give me anxiety. So I would just be like, there's no calmness to your look. Rainbow bright, rainbow bye. I would have Lisa as my hospice nurse provided I was standing on a landmine. I mean, yeah, that is. I already said this, but like, I do not want Lisa to be the last voice and last like presence I have. But then again, like, she's doing the Lord's work in a lot of ways. What? Brie sounds yummy. Oh yeah, no, I love. Someone talk about brie, honey. I want brie. You should be a model. You're just flattering me now. Like if she had normal hair, I think the outfits would look more cute. Like she'd have to pick one. Yeah, like yes. I mean, the outfits would be a little intense, but like at least you would have like something to focus on. When like someone shows up with all the things, it's just like your eye doesn't know where to stop. It's just like a lot of information to take in. It's a lot. It's like it's overwhelming, being overstimulated. I kind of like her look, but it would be hard for her to really react with people. It's a little bit distracting. Yes, I'm vegan and use Impossible beef. I'll try your version. Oh yeah, you could totally do that. For kibbe, so for kibbe, they do vegetarian kibbes all the time in Lebanon because there's Lebanese Christians like me, and on Fridays I don't eat meat. So you can do a version of kibbe with potato. You can do a version with pumpkin. I've had both, and they're so good. But you can totally do it with the Impossible meat. I don't think you can do the kibbe balls because you need. I don't know exactly how because you need to make the dough to form the kibbe, and I don't know what if like potato would work to hold the form, but you can do the baked gibby because the like dough part doesn't have to like hold. You can just put it. Does that make sense? Stephanie really is sending mixed signals to Erica. Stephanie's like not a real person. Yeah, she's just so like. I'll be honest. This is going to sound so horrible, but Stephanie reminds me of someone who, if she was to be in, and this is me putting maybe labels on things. This could be showing my age, but if Stephanie isn't going to be in a lesbian relationship, she very much to me seems like she should be the femme one. Because she almost seems like too like. I don't know. What's the word I'm trying to? I don't know. She just doesn't. First of all, I don't believe that she's. I just don't believe her, their relationship at all. You know, like the minute they showed them kissing in the bathroom and Stephanie was like holding her own like head, like I was just like, that's not the way you kiss. It could be in yogurt, honey. Lebanon. I did it. Take your allergy pills. Sweet leaf, I know. Honey, I have Benadryl. I have Benadryl that's in my room right now, and I'm going to take it tonight. And I have Flonase. I never really used Flonase before. I actually got a physical early this year, and I got a like a recommendation to go to like an allergist, and then we can't go anywhere now. But like I want to go get a prick test and stuff because I think I got one of those when I was really young, and my dad says that I'm allergic to dogs, but I think he just says that so I don't get one. But I do think maybe I am because I do have like eczema issues, atopic dermatitis, as one says. And look, I like a nice sheet. I don't need 1,000 thread count sheets, but I know that atopic dermatitis life. Which, by the way, has anyone used Boll and Branch sheets? They're phenomenal. They're really good. I'm a big fan. Lindsay, with Flonase, I don't understand, like, obviously, I don't understand how allergies works, but like, I don't really have a stuffy nose. I more just have like ear problems. So is that going to help with that? Maybe Ed has used the sheets. I think Tom should go for a prick test. Honey, she said it. Wow, are they expensive sheets? I think so. My dad got them for me for Christmas. Get the test. I'm allergic to dogs and cats and have them. Yeah, I'm going to get the test whenever we can live our lives again. But I still want a dog so horribly bad. Like, I want a dog so bad that even if I have it, I will get a hypoallergenic dog, like a Shih Tzu. I'm obsessed with Shih Tzus, and they are hypoallergenic. I just have to find a way to rescue a purebred Shih Tzu puppy. Like, honestly, one of the things I pray for every night. That's all I want. I want a little Shih Tzu puppy that's hypoallergenic, and then I can hug all the time and give all my love to. They're so cute. And I really want one. My dog has really bad allergies, and the other day I accidentally took one of his allergy pills. Thankfully, they are not harmful to humans, but I'll tell you what, they are way better than human grade. That's so interesting. Yeah, like I bought some Zyrtec or whatever. I left them at my house. It's great. By the way, Zyrtec is so expensive. By the way, allergy pills are so expensive. I don't know if like what happens is like maybe I go get. I mean, because again, I'm like diving into the world of allergies of whether I like should go get a shot. Do they like do some sort of shot for them? I think you adjust a dog's dandruff over time. Okay. You will pray that somehow a purebred hypoallergenic dog comes to you. Thank you. Thank you. I totally agree with you about Stephanie. The problem is that she's not acting like the femme one. Yeah, she's acting like she really does not like the girls, and it's showing in her actions. She's over dramatic. Yes. I always buy the Target or Walgreens versions of meds. Yeah, I should probably just like go that route because like it's really pricey. You can take a sublingual treatment to help build a tolerance. What's that mean again? Sublingual? Sub underneath the tongue? No, sublingual. Yeah, linguist. Subtongue. Sublingual. Oh my god, I'm using Latin underneath the tongue. Underneath your native tongue. My god. I'm a genius. I'm a genius. You just funny guys, we just worked that out. I just used deductive reasoning. Oh, my dog is allergic to cats. Oh, so the dog medicine that you used was sublingual. Yeah, it was just underneath the tongue. God bless. I'm already putting a CBD oil there. What pills have you been using? I gave my Flonase and Zyrtec for $3. $3. When I bought Zyrtec, it was like $23, and the Flonase was like a little pricey too. I don't remember, but like, what in God's name is that? Like, are they prescription? Is that the difference? And I don't have a prescription for them. I just got them over the counter, so I didn't get to use like insurance for them. I'm using Latin. How has this cold school? I love this. Thank you. This is why, it's important to learn languages. What insurance do you have? Blue Cross? Oh. Yeah, I've never been prescribed allergy medication. Again, like I have to go see an allergist. By the way, which is like side note is, ooh. Side note is, my computer just fell off. Okay, my side note is, my friend goes to see an allergist. And his name is Dr. Itches. It's really Itches, but like all of his people call him Dr. Itches, which I thought was funny. Well, my computer cord just fell. Yeah, I'm going now that I realize I can. Oh my god, yeah. If I can get prescription pills for $3, I absolutely will. This is a long ass live. All right, baby boos, I should go. I should like take some medication, as we've now said, and wash off the drag makeup I have on. But I really appreciate talking to you guys. I really, really like you guys. Have I mentioned that? I appreciate you, and I'm happy that you're here. Thank you for like spending any amount of time with me. It's definitely an hour and 45, almost 45 minutes. Definitely seems like a lot. Oh, Nikki, hello from Vietnam. Why'd you just come? My makeup is a lot if you're like actually seeing me in real life. It seems like a lot. It seems like I mean, like this is my version of like too much haircuts. Like I did like pink eye and pink lip. Shouldn't you just pick one? Should have just been like a subtle. This would have been better if it was like subtle and a pink lip, or just like and like a little pink gloss. It seems like a lot to have both. Nikki, how'd you find a Lebanese man? Yeah, the lip is too dark. I know. I like brought like in my frenzy of bringing makeup, I was like, I hadn't tried this lip in a second. I was like, what's it like? I really, really, again, appreciate and love you guys. Happy you guys are here. I will do an edited recap of this video. I'm sorry, I will do an edited recap of this episode. I'm not going to just edit this video. I will film a whole new thing. Celtic lovely. My pillow sheets. Here's the thing. My dad bought a My Pillow pillow, and they're horrible. And yet this man is so confident about his pillow on the TV. You try My Pillow, I guarantee they're the best pillow ever. I did try that pillow. You know what it's like? It's just a bunch of like pieces of foam in it. It's like the bumpy. I don't understand how this man thinks it's the best pillow, but maybe his sheets are better. I'm telling you, Bowl and Branch sheets are great. Reads tangerine red on my monitor. It's much more strawberry. It's like a strawberry red. Tangerine, interesting. I hate my pillow. Oh, it's the worst. Oh, psyched for life. Yay, like. It's my first time here. Psyched, are you subscribed? Okay, so I will do an edited thing. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed. I would like my goal. Is this a crazy goal besides having a hyperallergenic 100% purebred Shih Tzu puppy from a rescue in my life? Is like, how do I really want to get to 10,000 YouTube subscribers during this COVID quarantine time? I gotta think of like some ways to make some videos that people would want to share. Like sharing 90-day videos is like one thing, like on people's Facebooks, but like you don't, if you like I don't, you probably don't think that all your friends watch this one show, and I'm trying to think of like YouTube videos that people would share on YouTube. I'm sorry, on Facebook, that they would think all of their friends would want, and all I can think about is like COVID content. So if you think of something, please tell me. I want 10,000 YouTube subscribers. It feels like I've been at 6,000 for a minute. I gotta like break the mold. 10,000 feels like a great goal to get. More food videos. Easy Lebanese cooking with humor. Yeah. I will say this about my Lebanese cooking video is that at one point I say the F word and I should have probably like blanked that out. Because like I feel like my Lebanese aunts and uncles are going to be like, I've had enough of COVID. I get that. All right. I love you guys, as I've said. So yeah, edited video coming. If you are on Twitter and Instagram, I'm at Chris L. Farah. The L is for lockdown. I'm sharing a lot of content on all the sites. I'm like going a little Twitter viral because of my story I have with Ellen DeGeneres. She's crazy. Also wanted to tell you guys, since a lot of you watch Tiger King, that Netflix released a new Tiger King episode that's kind of like the aftermath, and it's supposed to be great, and it's like hosted by Joel McHale, which I'm really excited to watch. Has anyone watched Unorthodox? If they have, and you guys want a review of that, I watched Unorthodox, and I have a lot of idea. I mean, I went through that in 1 second. Unorthodox on Netflix is really good. It also, is anyone watching Marrying Millions? That's on, I think, Hulu, and people have been telling me to watch that. And Real Housewives of New York has started. We're on episode 2 of that. If people are watching that, tell me. And Real Housewives of Beverly Hills is about to start. I haven't watched Family Karma, but people are obsessed with that, including Wah keeps talking about Family Karma. I wonder what episode they're on. I love you guys. Thank you so much. You could do fitness videos that would be shared. I'm just not like that good at that. I tried to do a fitness video and I realized how hard it was. Because I'm like working out at the same time, I'm not that super fit that I can be like, okay, my voice is always going to be totally okay, and I won't be breathing hard. It's really hard. People love that family karma. People love Marrying Millions. Okay, guys, good to know. All right. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, I've already talked about it. I love you guys so much. Thank you for talking with me. You're just the best. I just need you to know. You really are so lovely. Thank you for like always being so cool. I love my lives so much. You're just the best. And I hope that you're washing them hands and keeping safe and feel like some sort of warmth this Easter. And I know it's probably not the funnest that for Passover and Easters and holidays and such, and people who have had birthdays not to be able to celebrate. But there are small grateful victories, like the time in which we're spending with our family and getting back to not having, some people don't have the pressure that they're having, from work. Or if you are working, thank you so much for doing so. And some people are not allowed to work. And either way, there are some some positives you can gain from this time. Um, but I really just want everyone to be healthy and not pass this virus more than we have to. So, and overall, at least we're not at war, right? At least we're not like sending off youngins to battle, except that that's kind of like what nurses have to do. Anyway, I don't know. Okay. Take care of yourselves and each other. Stand up for what you believe and make art and watch fun things and eat good food and try and get some movement and try and get some air and FaceTime and Zoom and house party with people and Marco Polo people and use this time if you have dropped a friendship or a relationship over time. This is the perfect time to check in with them. Just how are you doing with this whole thing? How are you coping? It's really that in itself is a gift, a reason to connect. So, all right, guys. I love you. Thank you for being here. Like this video. You know the whole drill. Bye.